So scrubbing through itch.io and Game Jolt never really appealed to me until recently. While some of the best games that I have on both console and Steam probably started off there and grew to be even more powerful than the site could contain, I still wasn't really a PC investigator and still kinda am not. I may be patiently waiting for Scratch and Melody to release its full story, but that doesn't mean I'm any good at it. Hence why I decided to look into the horror scene a bit. Now, I basically kinda had no choice since I was letting the people I follow on Twitch dictate what may grab my fleeting attention span. So considering that I find Yuppie Psycho to be a masterpiece deserving of a full dissertation-level script where I go through the entire game in real time, it almost feels like this goofy little horror series was made for weirdos like me to type about at 3 a.m. Anthology of a Killer is an indie horror project crafted by GarmentDistrict, who turned out to secretly be the Catamites game dev that only recently finished production. While I can't advise Googling that term without a physical karma meter grafted to your person in an ungodly amount of refuse bins, ginger ale, and mind bleach, I can say that they're known for horror games that dolphin dive headfirst into the bizarre, swimming around in full butterfly stroke and bursting from the murky depths with several new ideas on how to disturb you, the player. This set of 9 games tells the story of BB, an ambivalent mystery hunter who's subject to random occult occurrences, spooky scenarios, and haunted happenings, blogging about them on her self-published internet zine. The digital form of magazine, which is a print publication that me and other wine-aged dinos would see in waiting rooms at doctor's offices, randomly in public areas of hotels, and sometimes in a collective pile in one of our rooms. Each issue is a preface to the haunted happenings that we'll be experiencing as part of her story. Effectively, we'll be reliving her experiences as she narrates the scene and tells us little nuggets of wisdom she may have to add to the flavor of this text. Okay, so maybe just the flavor part. I knew I had to investigate this series as a little side project once I saw how despondent BB was. Terrible things just happen around her, and she greets them with a shrug, a possible note on her nightstand, and a bit of further investigation that gets her way closer to the action than anyone would ever want to. When I opened up the game files to check for any weird junk or bloatware to free Protoisi, to find 1, nothing odd, which was good, but 2, this first game, which apparently only takes 15 minutes to play, has 23 individual level files. How's this much in this small of a package? The heck is about to happen here? Oh wait, right, that's why. Voice of the Killer. Pretty in Pink here is about to go through some of the most demented stuff a singular human being can go through. Telemarketing. BB started work for an annoyance farm for life contracts. She's excited to learn all the corporate banter and how to make a rather dreary sentence sound smart and sophisticated. She's determined to get through the probationary period so she can finally afford art commissions for her next issue. Valid idea I can get behind, TBH. After waxing to us about the waves a la Doomer, we head into work. Now, usually at a call center, your cold list is just handed to you, but here, some days, the list is just not provided. Not like the person skips over you, the person is just gone, like nowhere to be found, erased from existence. So BB goes off to look for how the list gets made. The note from Whiny here seems oddly rambly and unhinged, but can't get distracted, not trying to get fired. Entering the building, the rooms are filled with cacophonous rambling, typing, and blanket ghosts?
I guess everyone wears these sheets in the office as a confidentiality requirement. Mine hasn't arrived yet, although when I gave HR my address, they promised they would visit me soon.
Oh, babes. So she continues on her merry, ambivalent way to the break room for some coffee. The news is going on about how the apparent thousands of corpses uncovered somewhere and thousands more fall into a singular lobby cutter while careless whisper blares over in the background, which is apparently just freaking normal here. 2 inches of viscous coffee ooze from the machine.
I think I'm finally getting a taste for it.
Oh god, I drink peppermint cookie in a cup and even I can tell you that ain't coffee, hon. So she gets to her desk and starts some icy cries.
Hello, this is BB, a representative for the prestigious Life Contracts organization. Have you considered your coverage as of late?
What? Who gave you this number? Never call here again.
Greetings, this is Life Contracts. We have a fabulous offer for you. An offer from the stars. Would you perchance enjoy hearing more?
Oh god! No! No! No!
Help.
influence. Sometimes I get the same, but these are my power feelings. Resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself spinning in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy were all around me, so I went running for answers until I came home. That didn't stop the survival skill.
And that's enough. Dead, you're dead. You're gonna die. It'll happen to ya. So, you wanna buy some life insurance? Alright? Edward, I can't make love to you. I'm a priestess of Baal. I really hope that one doesn't get picked for call listening.
Where are you people calling from? Was this line deactivated years ago?
I'd like to take a moment and say that the ambience of this game is peak. There are these low droning noises that sound like they just barely meet the brain's requirement of speech. They don't just come from the phones too, they're everywhere and so loud you can't even hear your footstep. Oh, the noise of the waves mixes with the background murmurs of the call center. I see some things that could be seals moving through the waves. Seriously, you have nothing to say about any of those cold calls? What about the deadpan looks of the officers roaming the halls? Actually, that's kind of normal, but why are they here? She tries to open the door to the dialer room, which is, I'm assuming is where the list gets printed, even though we just came from a dialer, but she doesn't have a key to it. Maybe it's in the mail. Let's make a complaint or something since we don't have it. The files in this room muffle all the muttering outside even more. Oh, hey, there's another segment to this area. The atmosphere kind of changes a bit as the walls now have employee pictures up that are just red eyes looking in the two tank directions, rather panicked. This part of the building is older than the rest. So at the back in this big conference room is a stack of papers saying we hit quota for the next 3 quarters, and that the reason the cops are here is to use the ice room. Why does this place have a fridge that you can walk into? She steals the key card and saunters out of the room, trying to find some files that she may recognize. Though only to see the key card doesn't let her out of here. Whispers are everywhere and the halls are still disturbingly empty. This deep droning siren noise fills the halls as we wander about the other side now for an exit. The tone very much stating that we just may not be welcome here anymore. Our footsteps grow louder because of how deathly silent it is until the murmurs and whispers grow louder. She picks up her pace, sensing they're talking about her. Everyone's talking about her.
Why? Why me? Why are they getting closer?
Are you sorry for the things you've done?
Someone behind a desk is enjoying the sound of his own voice while pretending to talk to me. I carefully deflect all queries. Rule 1 of making an internet zine is never top 12.
You can trust me, I'm the coolest. Check out these yo-yo tricks. Did you ever hear of a band named Fugazi? You look like someone has strangled in a dream once. Does it smell like blood in here, or am I having a stroke? Ignore all of that. I tend to get a bit quirky on the job. BB, please leave this room as fast as possible. This man scares me in several ways, and only one of them is because he's a cop. I can't believe it. The policeman. He has the top clearance rate in the whole city since we never find the bodies. Oi, Pinky, you think I could get his autograph? After quickly sliding out of there, she's dumped into a department she doesn't even recognize. This looks like a whole nother call center full of unfamiliar employees all going in one direction. Shut up. She enters a room filled with managers and paper debris, sticking her nosy little paws into a filing cabinet to look like she knows where she is.
These don't call lists. They're info of missing dead people and their families. I might be in the wrong department.
Really? Wandering the halls to look for a way out, BB stumbles upon the fact that this whole department is a cult worshipping something named only the Killer. I'm assuming some kind of knife murderer a la Myers. They even laid out a cake for... Put out a cake for a knife murderer. Oh nah, this place is bad shit. Leave, exit, escape, ski fucking daddle. The room is dark and the chatter of voices and keys fills the air, mixing with the sound of the waves. Its aura is calming, relaxing. This is where she's needed most. She sits at an open desk, knowing it was waiting for her alone. Though she struggles at first with the script, She eventually falls into the rhythm of her own voice, and she dreams.
Clumps of hair were growing out of the sand. I tried pulling them up and found only more hair. The coworkers were calling me from further down. In the distance, a large tongue moved forward from the ocean and waved at us. We looked, and we waved back. Some people I knew were swimming out there to meet it. Bodies moved across the shoreline and slipped into the water. They were slowly drawn further out to sea as though following some magnetic pull. It was a howling sound. I walked across the beach to a room above the waves. Management was getting ready to eat, and they set a place. For me, the food looked so enticing that I want to cry. The meat of the tongue is almost too plain to cut through, but my knife is very sharp. I carve out a square and put it into my mouth. It's delicious, dripping with wet fat and juice. I chew and chew, but it never seems to diminish in my mouth. But then I woke up. My pillow was gone. Your ambitions to take a wicked...
Holy shit, Beebs, I think you might be haunted. And constipated. That's not even the worst part. The office that we never left burned down last night and closed indefinitely, before we could even last probation. So we aren't even getting paid for any of that. Man, I could have gotten a better deal at the Pizzaplex, and I had to do a kids there. Let me just say the atmosphere here is not only peak, but it begs to be experienced with headphones or a headset. The way the audio drones from one ear to the other adds to the environment, basically screaming out that you shouldn't be where you are. Muttering and typing getting switched out for whispers that eventually turn into this low, otherworldly growl, like something that used to be human was here and then something else took over time. I love it. I mean, I hate it because it makes my senses tell me, arm yourself, if no gun, then run! But I love the fact that something this crudely made is actually unnerving. Because I fucking love Ed, Edd n Eddy, and they made a Halloween special that was supposed to be scary, but ended up being funny as hell. The usage of binaurals and the careful descriptions build this atmosphere that makes me shiver in my seat. The crazy part is, this experience is free, only 30 megabytes, less than a $5 Steam game, and can be wrapped up in about 15 minutes. Honestly, go play this game now. There's no excuse not to, TBH. It's one thing to hear some crudely drawn wacko talk about it, but it's a full nother to be in the experience itself. Remember though, there's still 8 more of these we gotta go through, so stay tuned for the next part.